This conference will now be recorded.
या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर। शुक्रन लिल्लाह वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, शुक्रन लिल्लाह वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। या अली मदद अजीज सर। Sir, we can't hear you.
No, we cannot hear you, sir. Sir, we still cannot hear you.
अब आ रही है आवाज?
जी सर, अब आ रही है।
ओके, शुक्रिल्लाह वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। तमाम साथियों को या अली मदद, या अली मदद।
ولا لمدرسة
ولا لمدد sir.
या अली मदद, या अली मदद। आज हम अपने फरामीन के कलाम इमाम मुबीन फरमान नंबर 43 को कंटिन्यू करेंगे इंशाल्लाह, और आगे चलने की कोशिश करेंगे। नूर मौलाना शाह करीम अल हुसैनी हाजिर इमाम, हाजिर इमाम। या मौला तू रहम कर, करम कर मौला। या मौला मेहरबान मदद फरमा। अलहयुल कय्यूम अली अल्लाह, अलहयुल कय्यूम अली अल्लाह, अलहयुल कय्यूम अली अल्लाह, अलहयुल कय्यूम अली अल्लाह। मदद फरमा। या मौला मेहरबान तौफीक ताहीद हिम्मत व यारी मौला, तौफीक ताहीद हिम्मत व यारी मौला। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। हम अपने फरामीन के अंदर रूह के बारे में कुछ चर्चा कर रहे थे, और मौला के फरामीन को पढ़ते हुए हम ये समझने की कोशिश कर रहे थे कि किस तरह से जब तक रूह बदन के अंदर है तब तक वो कैद खाने में है। We were trying to understand about the soul, and as long as but soul remains in the body, it's in a jail or in prison. There are two ways that our soul can be removed out of the body. One is common. दो तरीके से हम अपनी रूह को बदन से निकाल सकते हैं। उसमें से एक जो है वो कॉमन है फॉर ऑल। जब हमारी फिजिकल डेथ हो जाएंगी तो हमारी रूह बदन छोड़ देंगी। The first one is, which is a common, when we physically die, the soul will come out of our body. But the second one, which is for the mu'minin, and that is the recommended death for the mu'minin. दूसरी मौत जो है वो जीते जी मर जाने के लिए है, और ये मौत इमाम फरमाते हैं कि आप अपनी जिंदगी ही में मूतू कबला अंता मूतू के कानून के मुताबिक अपनी रूह को अपने बदन से निकालकर जरूर एक मर्तबा इसका तजर्बा करें. You must see and gain experience by going through a carnal soul death through your ibadat. And if you are able to remove your soul even for a second, and if you have that outside the body experience, then you will see the miracles. You will be able to see your asal, and when you see yourself, your soul, you will be able to recognize Imam. The question, last question we had at the end of the class, is it possible? And what does it mean that when we see our soul, we will be able to recognize Imam? If this was not possible, अगर ये काम करना यानी कि अपनी रूह को अपने जिस्म से निकाल कर देखना मुमकिन ना होता, तो फिर नंबर एक, इमाम कभी भी ये फरमान ना फरमाते. If it was not possible, Imam would never give us this farman. Number two, we would not have any arifin ever, because arifin are the one who have recognized themselves and in return have recognized Allah. अगर ये मुमकिन ना होता तो हमारे पास कभी भी आरिफीन ना होते. जबकि हमने देखा कि हमारे हिस्ट्री बड़े बड़े आरिफों से भरी हुई है. जैसा कि अगर हम मौला अली के जमाने से हिसाब करें तो सलमान फारसी, मिज़गर, अबू ज़र, पीर नासिर खुसरो, बहुत सारे दाई और हुज्जतान, फिर हमारे पीर, क्योंकि ये वो लोग थे कि जिन्होंने जिंदगी ही के अंदर रहते हुए इमाम के फरमान के मुताबिक अपने जिस्म से रूह निकालकर इबादत के जरिए से इमाम का दीदार, इमाम में फना हो गए. लेकिन जाहिरी तौर पर, जिस्मानी तौर पर वो नहीं मरे थे. So all the above names mentioned, they were the one who followed this farman, and by doing the ibadat, they were able to remove their soul from their body and became one with Imam. They did not die physically, but they were one with the Imam, and therefore now Imam's Nur was working in them, and through them they were able to give us the Ruhani and Nurani ilm. क्योंकि उनके अंदर इमाम का नूर था अब, तो उन्होंने इसी नूर की रोशनी में हमको इल्म और रूहानी बातें बताई. The second part of this question was, what does it mean that when you see your soul, you will recognize Imam? The principle is nafsun wahida. क्योंकि असल जो चाबी है वो यक हकीकत एक रूह की है। चूंकि इंसान की रूह और इमाम की रूह अलहदा अलहदा नहीं, because the soul of the Mu'min and the soul of the Imam is not a separated thing, but two parts of one soul. इमाम की रूह और मोमिन की रूह एक ही रूह के दो हिस्से और दो हकीकतें हैं, या हम कह सकते हैं ये दोनों रूह एक ही हकीकत, एक ही रूह है। They are two parts of the one soul, or you can say these two souls are of from one single soul, meaning is the one and the same. Therefore, when you see yourself, you will recognize the Imam. So let's come to this Farman and see what does Imam says. After you remove your soul and after you die, what are the important parts? मरने के बाद सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट क्या होगा? तो मौला फरमाते हैं, आई विल रीड फ्रॉम वेयर वी हैड लेफ्ट ऑफ। दुनिया में रहने वालों के लिए दुनिया जन्नम है और रूह बदन में है, वो कैद खाने में है। अगर तुम अक्लमंद हो तो इस मुतालिक ख्याल करो, हमारे कहने की जरूरत ना हो, तुम अपनी अक्ल से समझो, तुम समझो कि रूह क्या है, ताकि तुम्हें खबर पड़े कि तुम्हारी रूह बदन में कैद है, तब तक कहीं भी नहीं देख सकेंगी। Imam says, if you are intellectual, if you can think about your soul, think what is soul, and as long it remains in your body, you will not be able to see anything outside. And therefore, Mullah says, इंसान पर लाजिम है कि उसको किसी प्यासे की तरह मौत के लिए हाजिर रहना चाहिए। Now this line, that if you think about it and if you are smart, then you should be ready to die. Is Imam talking about physical death, or Imam is talking about spiritual death? The death with your carnal soul. Definitely Imam is talking about a carnal soul and a physical soul death, because when do we not pay attention to the Imam, Farman, or right good deeds? When we think the death is too far away. हम कभी अपने अमाल पर तवज्जो नहीं देते हैं। जब हम समझते हैं कि मौत तो बहुत दूर है, मुझे कहाँ किसी को जवाब देना है, तब हमारे अमाल पर हम तवज्जो नहीं देते हैं। But if you think your death is nearby, if you remember one of the questions we had asked in our previous class, what would you be doing today if you think today is your last day? आज आप क्या कर रहे होते अगर आपको पता चलता कि आज आपकी जिंदगी का आखिरी दिन है? क्या आप शॉपिंग करने जा रहे होते हैं? क्या आप अपने घर की फिक्र करते होते हैं, या आप अपनी रूह की फिक्र करते होते हैं? What would you be doing today if today was your last day? So a moment, think of every day as his last day, and therefore he is always conscious of his Mu'min is always conscious of his deed because he think today is the last day. How will I answer my Lord if I was to die tomorrow? So he's always conscious. That is how Mu'min lives his life. And now if you look at this thing, Mullah says, it is upon the human, it is necessary upon human. इंसान पर लाजिम है अमाल अच्छे करे. It is upon the moment to do good deeds. And listen to this next line. इंसान नमाज पढ़े रोजा रखे उससे वो गुनाहों से पाक नहीं होता है. And we have many examples in front of us that those who may not pay attention to their good deeds or deeds, but they are regular in prayers. They are regular in prayers. They may even be keeping physical Shariati rozas. They even be giving zakat and the sawms. They even be doing ibadat. But then the deeds are not there. And we know so many of those people. Because if everyone who offer namaz, dua, everyone who offers zakat, the son, if they were the righteous, then this world would be a different place. अगर हर वो शख्स जो नमाज रोजा रखता है, दुआ दसों करता है, अगर वो अच्छा आदमी होता तो आज ये दुनिया बहुत ही हसीन अच्छी जगह बन जाती. Let me give a single easy example of that. When Imam Hussein was in Karbala and Shamir said, I want to go for a namaz. It is time for my namaz. Remember, he was a namazi. He was a Muslim. So he was in hurry to martyr the grandson of Prophet Muhammad, the very prophet who had given him the namaz. He was in hurry to kill Imam Hussein and his family because he did not want to miss namaz. He was a namazi, but where was his deeds? वो नमाजी तो था, लेकिन उसके आमाल क्या थे? उसने इमाम हुसैन को कत्ल किया, यानी कि हुजूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के नवासे को मार डाला, ये कहते हुए कि मेरी नमाज कजा ना हो जाए. तो मौला फरमाते हैं कि नमाज पढ़ना, रोजे रखने से आपके गुनाह माफ नहीं होने वाले हैं. आपके अच्छे आमाल के बारे में पूछा जाएगा. Now let's take the other example on other side. Let's say there is a man or a woman, but he or she does not come to Jamaat Khana regularly. But they are good human. Whenever you need help, they are there. Whenever Jamaat needs help, they are there. They are good humans. I'm not saying that a good human should not do their dua and the so on. What I'm trying to say, according to this Farman, that you will be asked, the first question you will be asked after you have died. No, they're not going to ask you that did you do your ibadat? That's the second question. The first question would be, क्या तुम अच्छे इंसान थे? They will ask you about your good deeds. You would be asked. Remember, the promise number 1 was be human. हम क्या वादा करके खुदावंद ताला से आए थे? अच्छे काम करेंगे, इंसान बन के रहेंगे. You see, the only one promise that you have taken before you came. It was not that I will do ibadat. It was not. Only one single promise was, I will be a human. I will do good deeds. खुदावंद ताला फरमाते हैं कि मुझे वो लोग अच्छे लगते हैं जो इंसानियत की खिदमत करते हैं. Who does Allah love? Those human who are in the service of humanity. जो इंसानियत के अंदर काम करते हैं, खुदा उसको ज्यादा चाहता है. Now imagine if you have a good deeds and ibadat, how far can you go? अगर आप अच्छे अमाल के साथ इबादत करेंगे तो आप कहां तक जा सकते हैं? Now you can imagine our dies and peace. Good deeds, ibadat. Together they can go much further. So Mullah says in this Farman, रोज़ क़यामत में तुम्हारे आमाल पूछा जाएगा. आमाल अच्छे होंगे तो गुनाह माफ होंगे. On that day you will be asked of your deeds. If your deeds are good, then your sins will be removed. And then you will be asked about the ibadat. Ibadat will be the second question, not the first question. So, inshallah, अगर हमारे अमाल अच्छे हुए और हमारी इबादत पूरी हुई, हम आगे से आगे जा सकते हैं. You see how the good deeds, being a good person, is much more necessary than any other practical thing that we can do. अमाल सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है, अच्छे अमाल. उसके बाद हम जो भी करेंगे वो एक्स्ट्रा बोनस होगा हमारे लिए, वो एक्स्ट्रा बोनस होगा. बी काइंड, बी नाइस, डोंट हर्ट एनीवन, डू गुड डीड्स, be conscious of your amal, be conscious of that. मौला फरमाते हैं, हमारे फरामीन एक कान से सुनकर दूसरे कान से नहीं निकाल देना. अगर तुम दूसरे कान से निकाल दोगे और इन पर अमल नहीं करोगे, अच्छे अमाल नहीं करोगे, तो हम हमारी जगह पर हैं और तुम अपनी जगह पर रहोगे, उसमें क्या फायदा? This line has lot of understanding between the line. Listen to this. Mullah says, when I'm giving the Farman, don't ignore my Farman. If you ignore my Farman, then you will remain in your place and I will remain in my place. Then what is the use? You understand what Mullah is saying? We have to read between the line. हमको इस लाइन के ऊपर गौर करना पड़ेगा कि अगर आप मेरे फरामीन को सुनकर दूसरे कान से निकाल देंगे और उस पर अमल नहीं करेंगे तो क्या होगा? मौला फरमाते हैं, मैं अपनी जगह पर रहूंगा, तुम अपनी जगह पर रहना। इसका क्या मतलब है कि अगर आप फरामीन पर अमल करेंगे तो आप मेरे साथ मिल जाएंगे, मैं तुम्हारे अंदर आ जाऊंगा। We can become one. But if you don't listen to my farman, then you will remain in your place, I will remain in my place. We cannot be one. You see this line? अगर आप अच्छे अमाल नहीं करोगे मेरे फरमान के मुताबिक, तो मैं अपनी जगह पर और तुम अपनी जगह पर अलग अलग रहेंगे। We cannot be together. If you wanted to be one with the Imam, you know, a lot of people ask on this very line, how do we come close to the Imam? I do ibadat, I give my dason, I go to Jamaat Khana, I do the dua, I do this, I do that. But what is missing? What is missing? Let me give you an example of the Imam himself. हम इमाम ही के बारे के अंदर एक एग्जाम्पल को लेते हैं कि क्या चीज है जो हमें इमाम से दूर रखे हुए हैं। एक शख्स इमाम के पास आता है, a man comes to the Imam and says, Ya Mullah, I'm doing ibadat for 40 years, but I'm not be able to succeed in my ibadat. मैं 40 साल से इबादत करता हूं या मौला, और इबादत में कामयाबी नहीं होती है। मौला ने फरमाया कि तुम बाकायदा इबादत करते हो? उसने कहा हाँ। मौला ने फरमाया तुम दसौन देते हो? उसने कहा हाँ हाँ। फिर मौला ने कहा तुम्हारे आमाल कैसे हैं? Imam asks, do you do your ibadat regularly? Are you punctual in your ibadat? He says yes. Are you giving the son? He says yes. Then Imam says, what about your deeds? What about your deeds? Because deeds, good deeds, will remove the sin, remove the dust over our soul, so we may become one with the Imam, so we may have success, we may succeed in our ibadat. क्योंकि अच्छे अमाल हमारी रूह के ऊपर से गर्दो गुबार को हटाएगा ताकि हम इबादत में कामयाब हो सके। मुल्ला फरमाते हैं जब क़यामत का दिन आएगा तब तुमसे पूछा जाएगा तुमने अमाल कैसे किए हैं, तुमने अमाल कैसे किए हैं। On that day you will be asked what kind of deeds have you done. अगर नेक काम किए होगे तो तुम्हें जन्नत में ले जाया जाएगा, अगर बुरे काम किए होगे तो नहीं। See, ibadat is there but is a secondary thing. Good deed is the primary thing. On that day you will be asked, you will be judged by your good deeds. And then if you have done ibadat, so let me explain. I'm sure somebody will ask question at the end. Before that, I want to go ahead and answer. Good deeds, no ibadat. Will you go to Jannat? You will be go to the lower set of Jannat. Ibadat, no good deeds, no Jannat. Listen to it again. Good deeds, no ibadat. You will go to the lower set of Jannat. Ibadat and no good deeds, no Jannat. But if you have a good deeds and ibadat, you will go into the higher sets of Jannat. आपको उर्दू के अंदर दोबारा समझा दूं, अच्छे अमाल किए होगे और इबादत पूरी नहीं की होगी तो भी आपको जन्नत के नीचे दर्जे के अंदर रखा जाएगा। खाली इबादत की होगी और अच्छे अमाल नहीं किए होगे तो कोई जन्नत नहीं मिलने वाली है। लेकिन इंशाल्लाह अच्छे अमाल के साथ इबादत भी की होगी तो जन्नत के आला दर्जात इनायत फरमाए जाएंगे। So inshallah we will keep eye on our deeds and we will keep eye on our ibadat. Together it will fly us into the higher level of heavens. What did we just learn? Even within the heaven there are ranks, lower ranks and higher ranks. With the good deeds you will be able to enter into heaven. With the good deeds and ibadat you will be given the higher ranks. So what does ibadat do? Gives you the higher ranks. आप अच्छे अमाल और इबादत से जन्नत के आला दर्जात को पा सकेंगे। मौला आगे फरमाते हैं, हम यहाँ जमात खाने में आए हैं और तुम्हें फरमान करते हैं, उसको सुनकर तुम अक्ल से ख्याल करो और फिर अमल करो तो तुम्हें फायदा होगा। हमने तुम्हें 1 घंटा फरमान फरमाया और तुमने 1 घंटा दुनिया का काम धंधा छोड़ा, हमने भी तुम्हारे लिए ज़हमत उठाई। अब अगर तुम फरमान के मुताबिक नहीं चलोगे तो तुम्हें नुकसान होगा। बोला से I have given you this 1 hour and you have given me this 1 hour. Then if you don't follow this farman, then the loss is yours. You know, this goes for us today. This farman is so relevant. Even for us today, we will be together for 1 hour here. If we come and listen to this faramin and we understand this faramin, let's say you've been listening to this faraman for a year now. Ask yourself, how have I changed in last 1 year? Can you see a clear path? Can you see the changes within yourself in last 1 year? Because if we come and we give our hour and then if we don't follow it, then what is the use? अगर हम हर रोज 1 साल से ये फरामीन सुनकर पढ़कर समझते हैं और फिर अगर हमारी जिंदगी के अंदर कोई बेहतरी नहीं आती है तो क्या फायदा? हमारी जिंदगी के अंदर, हमारे अमाल के अंदर, हमारी इबादत के अंदर फर्क आना चाहिए, तब जाके इस फरामीन का कोई फायदा होने वाला है। मौला फरमाते हैं, अगर तुम में से एक भी शख्स फरमान पर अमल करे तो हमने 10 घंटे फरमान फरमाए हैं, ऐसे ही हमें खुशी होगी, उसको भी फायदा पहुंचेगा। Even 1 out of all that have come and joined us, only one, benefit from this Farman, benefit from these sessions, benefit from the ibadat and good deeds, then we can say we have done our job. As Imam says, then I will think that my time was utilized correctly, as I have given you Farman, not for 1 hour, but the 10 hour. This was the Farman ending here. The next Farman, we only have a one line at the same place on different date. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. It's a beautiful line, and we should say Amin to that. Hazrat Imam Aka Sultan Muhammad Shah Salawatullah Alayhi Allahumma Salli Allah Muhammadin wa Ale Muhammad फरमाते हैं, तुम हमें एक हिस्सा चाहते हो तो हम तुम्हें 100 हिस्सा चाहते हैं। अगर तुम सच्चे यकीन से चलोगे तो रोज़े क़यामत तुम हमारे छत्तर के नीचे होगे। आमीन। Such a beautiful Farman. That is the promise of the Imam for the righteous. What does Imam says? You love me one time, I love you 100 times. If you are righteous, if you are true believer, then on that day you will be with me under my umbrella. Ameen. 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 Farman number 45. Let's just read one paragraph and then we will leave it and we will come back the next week and we will continue. Because this line will give you something to think about while we are waiting until next week. So let me go and read the entire paragraph and then we will talk about it. Hazrat Imam Aka Sultan Muhammad Shah Salawatullah Alayhi Allahumma Salli Allah Muhammadin wa Ale Muhammad फरमाते हैं, तुम हमेशा न्याज आब शफा पीते हो, 100 साल तक पिया, 1000 साल तक पिया, लेकिन अगर उसके मानी नहीं समझे तो क्या फायदा। इसकी सैकड़ों मायने हैं। पहली मानी ये है कि एक कुम यानी प्याले में से 10 अफराद साथ आब शफा पिए तो बड़ा फायदा है कि तुम साफ दिल से रहोगे और तुम्हें इंतहाई फायदा होगा। फिर आब शफा पीते वक्त और दुआ के वक्त तुम अपने हक में अच्छा मांगो तो बहुत फायदा है, लेकिन अपने दीन भाइयों के हक में दुआ मांगो तो उसको ज्यादा फायदा होता है। हकीकी मोमिन के साथ दुआ पढ़ें और मोमिन के हक में दुआ मांगे तो खुदा उसके नजदीक हो जाता है। I just wanted to talk about this one paragraph. This line, this Farman is not new for any of us. This is the Farman that we read in our REC. This is Farman we have read in our Betul Kyal Faramin, where Mullah says, you come to Jamaat Khana and if you drink Niyaz, Abi Shafa, for 100 year or even 1,000 year, then what is the meaning of it if you don't understand the meaning of the Niyaz, Abi Shafa? You see how our intellect plays a huge role in our tariqah. We don't do anything without understanding because our tariqah sits on intellect. Mullah said there are many meanings, understanding of Abi Shafa. But initially, the first, when we as a Jamaat drink from one pyali, from one kum, together, we become closer and closer to each other. We may gain love for each other. But now imagine on other side, someone standing next to you in your niyaz line, someone drinking niyaz right next to you, and you have a heart feeling for their brother or sister. That niyaz is not doing you any good, because the niyaz, drinking the niyaz together, was supposed to purify your heart. And initial purification should be toward your jamaat, toward your brother and sister, toward your friend. But if our heart is dirty, our thoughts are bad, we have no love for our brother and sister, then this niyaz will have no effect whatsoever on you. No effect on you. Then Mullah says, while you come to Jamaat Khana, when you do your dua, when you take your niyaz, always ask for good deeds. Pray good for yourself. Hakiki samaj. And then also pray for your Jamaat. And in praying for others has greater benefit than asking for yourself. When you ask for yourself, you have some benefit. But when you ask for others, it has greater benefit. So what is the intellectual thing to do? When you ask for the entire Jamaat, it has a greater benefit, and it also benefits you a lot. Mullah says, in this prayer with other righteous mu'mineen, you can come closer to me, to Allah, to the Imam. So I will stop here. Think about this line, and we will continue how to drink niyaz. What is the meaning of the niyaz? How does it purify us? At what level would it purify us? And we will talk about all of this, inshallah, going forward. Think about it, and we will talk about it. Ji Kamra Sahib.
Yes, sir. Subhanallah, sir. Subhanallah. Friends, please share your questions in the chat room. So we have one question. Friends asking, could we have some example of the higher level of deeds?
High level of good deeds. Okay. So let's look at our daily life. सबसे पहले अच्छे अमाल को समझने के लिए हम अपनी जिंदगी की तरफ तवज्जो दें. So what do we normally do that we think is the good deed? Then we will think about the higher deed. What do you think on daily basis that when you do something you think that's a good deed? You don't gossip, a good deed? Great. On daily basis you make money for your family to feed? Good deed. Great. You sometimes have a sympathy or empathy for others. Dil ka dard. Good deed? Great. You see how those are the things that we may already be doing on daily basis. But so far in all of this, those are the good deeds that everyone does. This is not particular for Ismailis. This is not a reserve for Muslims. This is everyone does that. So what is the unique between you? What is the difference between you and your deeds and others? Hardly anything. But now let's take same deeds. Not only you don't gossip for others, whenever there is gossiping going on, backbiting going on, you stop them. You stop them. Turn them away from the gossip and backbiting. That's the greater deed. Not only you stop yourself, you stop the other, a greater deed. Second, I said you work and you provide for your family. Good deed, right? You work, not only that you look after your family, you help others, a greater deed. You see, one is the minimum, and minimum, you don't have to be smiley to do it. Everyone does that. What is the unique about you and an atheist who don't even believe in Allah? He also work and provide for the family. आपने देखा कि ये कोई अमाल तो अच्छा है लेकिन हायर ग्रेड का नहीं है कि आपको कोई शाबाशी देवे कि आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया, क्योंकि हर आदमी कमाकर अपनी फैमिली को खिलाता पिलाता है. When you work and earn, not only you provide for your family, you must help others. That is the higher deed. And then the third one, feel sympathy and empathy for other. Don't just feel, do something about it. Do something about it. आप जब किसी के लिए अपने दिल में दर्द महसूस करते हैं तो उसको मदद भी करें, उसके लिए कुछ करें. एक चीज जो नाज़ चीज को अभी याद आई कि किसी ने पूछा कि भाई जालिम कौन है. मैं तो कभी किसी पर जुल्म नहीं करता हूं. जालिम वो है कि जो किसी पर जुल्म करे, और जालिम वो है जो किसी पर जुल्म होता हुआ देखे और कुछ ना बोले. दो किस्म के जालिम हैं. एक जालिम वो है जो किसी पर जुल्म करता है. दूसरा जालिम वो है जो किसी पर जुल्म होता हुआ देखता है और कुछ नहीं बोलता है. You see, lower level of deeds and higher level of deeds. Always think what you're doing and how can you do better. Let's come to other kind of good deeds. Dua parna is a good deed. Yes. दुआ को उसके मानी के साथ समझकर दुआ पढ़ना, higher deed. इबादत करना, good deed. Yes. इबादत के अंदर इसमें आजम को समझकर इबादत करना, higher deed. Pray करना is a good deed. Yes. Pray for others, higher deeds. You see, every deed is self-centered for yourself. Every deed has a second level of higher deeds for others. Gee, I hope this answers your question, if this was your question.
Sir, another question, friends asking, Imam talks about Jannat and Dozak, but in other side, Imam talks about the Jannat is a horse stable. What does it mean?
Okay, so there is a thought process regarding Jannat. If you are in a lower level of Jannat, remember two kind, I said lower level and higher level. So lower level of Jannat, even we are in Jannat today. Look around you. If you are in a good place, you are in heaven today. As a smiley, we are in Jannat today because we are with Imam. But this is just a lower level. When you become one with the Imam, then there is a higher level of Jannat, a total freedom. A total freedom. That's a higher level of Jannat. Anything less than that is a low level of Jannat, and then that is like a stubble. जब हम नीचे की जन्नत में है तो ऐसा है जैसा हम जेल के अंदर हैं. हमको वो जन्नत में नहीं जाना है. उस जन्नत में तो आज भी हम हैं और इस जन्नत में हम कैद है. हमको निजात चाहिए, हमको फ्रीडम चाहिए, हमको इमाम के नूर में एक होना है जहां पर मुकम्मल लिविंग पैराडाइज है, जहां पर हम फ्री हो गए, हम जेल में नहीं हो गए. आप समझिए मेरी बात को, क्योंकि जन्नत के अंदर दर्जात हैं. जी, गुड क्वेश्चन बाय द वे.
So friends asking, which tasbih should we recite when praying for others?
All right, whichever tasbih you choose, but at the end, do not forget to pray for others. Let's just take a simple example. Ya Ali tu Rahm kar, Ya Mola tu Fazal kar. We heard that tasbih when we came online today. Ya Ali tu Rahm kar, Ya Mola tu Fazal kar. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. So when you reciting this tasbih, in your mind, in your heart, and in your intention, should be, Ya Mola, have mercy on all. And at the end, when you raise your hand, there are two ways of asking for something. Ya Mola, give me this, give me this, give me this. Or Ya Mola, हम तमाम को सच्चे रास्ते पे रख. Because you are included in that tamam. Keep all on the Sirat al-Mustaqim. And you are part of that. Instead of saying keep me, me, how about we say all. You see, same tasbih include everyone. Instead of asking for yourself, ask for all, because you are included in that all. Inshallah. Ji.
Sir, we don't have any question in the chat. Friends, before you want to ask question, unmute your device. Sir, few of the friends asked about the Ya Ali tu Rahm kar Ya Mola puzzle, the more explanation of this.
Yes, we had promised last week actually. Thank you, Kamara Sahib, for reminding me. Okay, so I would like to teach a principle of repetition. आज हम यहाँ पर एक बात को सीखने की कोशिश करेंगे और वो है कलीद, कि जहां पर हम कोई भी बात को रिपीट करते हैं तो उसके अंदर एक बहुत बड़ी हिकमत होती है. प्रिंसिपल ऑफ रिपीटेशन, whenever we repeat something, then it has a greater wisdom in it. So before we go to Ya Ali tu Rahm kar, Ya Mola tu Fazal kar, let me give you an example. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. That's the repetition. Because Rahman and Rahim has the same meaning. So why are we repeating those two? Al Hayyul Qayyum, repetition. Whenever you come to a tasbih or ism, which are in the repetition, always stop and think. जब आप ऐसे तस्बीहात और इसम पर आए कि जो रिपीटेशन में है, या रहमान या रहीम, या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला तू फजल कर, अल हई अल कय्यूम, whenever you come to this kind of ism or tasbiyat, stop and think. Why are we repeating? Doesn't Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim means the same thing? The principle is, the key is, इसके अंदर जो चाबी हिकमत छुपी हुई है वो ये है कि या रहमान मर्सी तो है but for the common. या रहीम मर्सी तो है लेकिन खवास के लिए है. Let me repeat this in English. Ya Rahman and Ya Rahim both have a same meaning for of the mercy, but Ya Rahman, mercy for all. Ya Rahim, mercy for the muttaqeen. Ya Rahman, mercy for the common. Ya Rahim, mercy for the few. Let me give you example because this may not be easy for some to understand. Imam is Rahman for the all humanity. Imam is Rahim for the Jamaat. Example is when I say that you are my brother and sister, and when I have my children's friend come to my home, I say, Beta, come have dinner. I call all of them Beta. But when time comes to give my inheritance, and when I say, Beta, take my inheritance, who am I talking about? जब हम कहते हैं ये मेरा भाई है, ये मेरी बहन है, अब तमाम मेरे भाई है, तमाम मेरी बहन है, और हमारे घर में बच्चों के दोस्त आते हैं, हम बोलते हैं बच्चों आ जाओ खाना खा लो, बेटा आ जाओ खाना खा लो. We are referring to all of them, our children and their friends. लेकिन जब पैसे देने की बात आती है, जायदाद देने की बात आती है, और कहते हैं कि बेटा आओ मेरी जायदाद ले लो, तो हम किससे मुखातिब हैं? Who are we speaking to? Just like that, when Imam is Rahman, he is merciful for all humanity. But when it comes to Isme Azam and Khana Wadan, he is only speaking to his spiritual children. You see that? There's a huge difference between Rahman and Rahim. Rahman, mercy to all. Rahim, a special mercy to the Jamaat. Just like that, when we say, Ya Mola tu Rahm kar, Ya Mola tu Fazal kar, the meaning, the word meaning is the same. Be generous to us. Ya Ali tu Rahm kar, Ya Mola tu Fazal kar. Be generous to us. Be merciful to us. But there is a huge difference between Ya Ali tu Rahm, Ya Mola tu Fazal. Because Fazal has the meaning of elevation. Fazilat. Fazilat. So what the meaning of the Ya Rahim, Ya Mola tu Rahm kar, Ya Mola tu Fazal kar means, Ya Ali, have mercy on me and elevate my soul. Have you ever thought about that? We recite this tasbih all the time. What we are saying, ये तस्बीह हम हमेशा पढ़ते हैं. क्या हमने कभी सोचा? तो हम क्या कह रहे हैं? या अली तू रहम कर, या मौला हम पर रहम कर और हमारे दर्जात को बुलंद कर, या मौला तू फजल कर. फजीलत, increase our ranks. Have mercy on my soul and increase my rank. That is the tasbih of Ya Ali tu Rahm kar, Ya Mola tu Fazal kar. When we don't understand something, the tasbih that we recite on regular basis, we have no use because we didn't even understand what we are asking. Ilm is important to learn and understand. Ji, Kamle Sahib.
Ji sir, subhanallah sir, subhan. Friends, if you have any question, please unmute your device.
Any comments, questions?
Yeah, Ali Madad, sir.
Yeah, Ali Madad.
I just want to ask one question. What's the difference between the, like just now they said Hazi Mamnu at Nyas camp, so Juro in Nyas, so everybody should be in Kane. So what's the difference with Hazi Mamnu at Nyas and what Nyas we drinking in Jamaat Khana? Isn't that both same thing every day?
Yes, they are. They are both same thing. Having said that, for a moment, the joy and the happiness is the different. So whenever we receive a special blessing from the Imam, just like we had Jura and Niyaz from the Imam. Think about when Imam comes for a Didar and Darbar. On that night, we have a special Jura and a special Niyaz. The only difference between the regular Niyaz and that Niyaz is the happiness a moment feeling the closeness of the Imam. That my Mola remembered me and sent me a special blessed Niyaz and Jura. Let's take an example of in our family. Okay, so we buy clothes for our children all the time, right? We buy clothes for them to go to school. We buy clothes for them to go to Jamaat Khana. But then on the Eid, on a special occasion, we buy the special clothes for them. And the children are really happy because you bought the clothes for them. But you've been buying clothes for them every day. What's the difference between today and other day when you were buying clothes for them? That you love them and you remember them for that happy occasion. You see, that is the difference, the happiness part. G.
You. Thanks, sir. Thanks. Very nice explain. Thank you.
मदद
Alhamdulillah.
वाली मदद
Ya Ali Madad.
सर जैसे आप ये रिपीटेशन का और ये बोले ना तो थोड़ा सा या अली या मोहम्मद के ऊपर समझाइए ना क्योंकि वो भी तो सेम है फिर हम अलग
G.
बोलते हैं तो कैसे चीज़ समझें?
G. Very good question. Did everybody hear her? She said there is another tasbih that which we repeat. Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad. Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali. Even though they are both one and the same Nur, then there is a repetition. Correct? The Nur Ali and Nur Muhammad is one and the same. Then the repetition. So how do we understand that? Whenever there is a repetition, there is a key. क्योंकि जब जब रिपीटेशन होता है वहां पर एक हिकमत छुपी हुई होती है. When we say Ya Ali Ya Muhammad and then we say Ya Muhammad Ya Ali, you notice that Ya Ali Ya Muhammad, फिर हम उसको यूं पढ़ते हैं Ya Muhammad Ya Ali. What is the reason for that? When we say Ya Ali Ya Muhammad, we are saying, O father of my intellect, O mother of my soul. Ya Ali, O father of my intellect, Ya Muhammad, mother of my soul. Then we flip that and we say Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali. Because Muhammad was the Natik, we say, "O Muhammad, in this case, you are the father of my intellect. Ya Ali, Imam was the Asas. You are the mother of my soul. Come and nourish me. Come and nourish me. Nourish my intellect and nourish my soul. Elevate my intellect, elevate my soul." So in Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad, there are two different understanding. At one, there is the Imam and the Pir, the father and the mother. On the second set, there is the Natik and Asas, two sets of understanding. But regardless, the Nur is one. So what we say, Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad, Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali, come and have mercy on my intellect. Nourish my intellect. Come, have a mercy on my soul. Nourish my soul. That is how we understand Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad. Very good catch that was a repetition. So anywhere you find a repetition, there is a higher level of understanding. वहां पर एक हिकमत छुपी हुई होती है. जी.
Yali Madad, sir.
याली मदद.
That explanation would also stand for Pir Shah, as we say one of the tasbihs.
Yes, great, great. Yes. Anywhere you find the repetition like Pisha. So look at how many tasbih we have now. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Rahim, Ya Mawla tu Rahm kar, Ya Mawla tu Fazl kar, Al Hayyul Qayyum, Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad, Pisha. All great example of repetition.
Sir, Yali Madad, Shehnaz here. Sir, Maulali Madad. Sir, Salvat also says, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So, please, can you put some light on that as well?
Yes, Subhanallah, Subhanallah. So, Salwat has a dual meaning. Most of us think when we are reciting the Salwat, we are doing a favor and asking for the mercy on the Muhammad and Ale Muhammad. Even though that is a good thought, but that's not a complete understanding. Who are we to ask for the mercy on Muhammad when he himself is Rahmatul Alameen? He is the mercy for all. Who are we to ask mercy for him? And Ale Muhammad, the Imam, he is the Noor. We are looking for his mercy. How can we be asking for mercy for him? That makes no sense. उर्दू में बोलते हैं हम कौन सी खाद की मूली है कि हम मौला के लिए और मोहम्मद के लिए खुदावन ताला से रहमत की दुआ मांगे, जबकि वो खुद रहमतुल आलमीन और वो खुद रहमान और रहीम है. तो इसका मतलब हुआ कि सलवात के अंदर और कोई मानी छुपे हुए हैं. तो दो मानी मैं आपको बताता हूं यहां पर कि सलवात के मानी में सल्ली जो है ना, अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अल्लाह, सल्ली के अंदर छुपा हुआ है कि या अल्लाह हमें पीछे पीछे चला मोहम्मद और उसकी आल के, हमें पीछे पीछे चला मोहम्मद और उसकी आल के. दूसरे मायने, क्योंकि खुदावंद ताला ने फरमाया कि सिरातुल मुस्तकीम पर दो किस्म के लोग हैं. एक वो है जिन पर इनाम हुआ है. There are two kind of people on Siratul Mustaqim. The one are those who have been rewarded. So who is more rewarded than Muhammad and Ali? So what we are saying, Ya Allah, keep us on Sirat al-Mustaqim, on the way where the Muhammad was and way where Ali was. Because they are the one who are rewarded and they are the one who had received your mercy, then we wanted to be right behind them. I hope this answers your question. Good question, great question.
Yes, sir. MashaAllah. Thank you so much. Shukran, Mola. Shukran, shukran.
G.
So the friend's asking, what about three tasbihah together? We recite Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali.
Same answer, right? Because Noor is one. So there are three kind of Noor. One Noor, three kinds. Noor-e Mujarrad, the Noor of Allah. Noor-e Mujassam, embodied Noor. The embodied Noor, Noor-e Muhammad. And embodied Noor, Noor-e Ali, Noor-e Imam in our respected time. So you see, Noor is one is Noor-e Mujarrad, and one is Noor-e Mujassam. One is abstract Noor, one is embodied Noor. Same applies. That you are looking at the Noor, Allah, Muhammad, Ali. Same application. Very good. Thank you for asking. While someone is thinking of a question, let me tell you, tomorrow morning, join and bring your friends, because we are about to start a series of lectures on the importance of the ilm in our tariqa. कल सुबह को आप भी तशरीफ लाएं और अपने दोस्तों को भी कहें, हम एक सीरीज का आगाज करने वाले हैं जिसमें हम अपने मजहब के अंदर इल्म की जो जरूरत है उसके बारे में चर्चा करने वाले हैं. So please attend and tell your friends. It's going to be a series of lectures. Ji Kamre Sahib.
So another question, what is the difference between Ahl Bayt and progeny when we recite Salawat?
There's no different as per se, लेकिन अगर आप अहले बैत को सिर्फ 5 में गिनते हैं तो फिर फर्क नजर आता है. Otherwise there is no different, because every son of Ali is a part of the Ahl Bayt. Ji.
That's another question. Are there different colors of Noor? Do they change colors as Bandagi progresses?
Yes. Yes. Initial colors of the Noor are colorful, and then there is no color per se, because the purpose of the Noor changes. From the stage 1 to stage 2, there are two different purposes of the Noor. On the initial stage is colorful. On the second stage, there is no color because the purpose changes. And this can be another subject somewhere, not a subject for today. G.
It's another question. Friends asking. I usually say Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad tasbih, but I don't say Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad, Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali. Is the second one right?
Both should be recited like that. Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad, Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali. Why? Because there are two different concepts. To capture, you know what we say in our light manner, that if you're going to use your dollar, make sure you are benefit 100%. not 50%. So if you're going to recite this tasbih, don't you want 100% in return? So there are two different understanding. Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad, Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali. Two different understanding. To capture the complete understanding and reward, this will be my suggestion. You can do what you like. Remember, what feels good to your heart is more important than anything else. So, but capturing the 100%, I want 100% return for my effort. Then what I would do? Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad, Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali. Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad, Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali. Ji.
Sir, friends asking, is there a smell of Noor in Ibadat?
Yes, definitely. The Noor can be seen by the eyes, Noor can be heard by the ears, Noor can be smelled by the nose, Noor can be tasted by the tongue, and Noor can be touched. I think we are again going to this some deeper Batini subject. Noor is a very, very Batini subject. 5 kind of Noor. And there are more. There are more. There are more. But 5 easy to understand with our 5 senses. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and touch. G.
So we don't have any questions, sir, but I think friends asking if you can have a session about the types of Noor.
We can do that. Yes. Yeah, if we are all ready to go to the next level, we can do that. Yes. But it requires much more deeper understanding, seriousness, and those who really wanted to learn about the Noor and the Noor in the Ibadat. Definitely we can do that. G.
So we don't have any questions in the chat. Any friends have any question? Please unmute your device.
I just want to say that we appreciate your teaching us all this. It's very, very much appreciated.
Shukar Mullah, is everything is belong to Imam Zaman. When he is happy with us, that's what he does. Shukar Mullah. All right, if there are no more comments, question, we can stop here. Somebody said?
Ji sir, I think we don't have any question.
All right, so we see you all tomorrow morning. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Madad.
Yali Madad, and thank you.
Yali Madad.
Yali Madad.
Yali Madad.
Yali Madad, sir.
Yali Madad, thank you, sir.
Yali Madad.
Yali Madad.
याली मदद
Shukar
मौला
Lillah,
तुम्हारी
Shukar
सेवा
Mullah.
कबूल करे याली मदद
Ameen, Ameen, Ameen.
Yali Madad, sir. Shukar
Yali
Alhamdulillah.
Madad. Shukar Mullah.
Yali
Shukar
Madad,
Mullah.
thank you so much, Yali Madad.
Yali
Yali
Madad. Yali
Madad.
Madad.
Shukr, shukr. Thank you so much.
Shukar
Bye.
Mullah. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yali Madad. Yali Madad.